Hi, my name is Faris Afifi bin Herudin and my matrix number is AS1040.
And hi, my name is Nurul Amanda Zulaika binti Karimuddin and my matrix number is 14080.
Hi, my name is Shahida Sabida binti Khairul Azmi. My number matrix is AS14032.
Hi, my name is Roshani Dahdani binti Abraza. My matrix number is AS14063.
Hi everyone, so my name is Tashil Anak Lelaki Binaya Kamuti and my matrix number is AS14043. Hi guys, so today I'll be presenting to you about Phylum Cnidaria. Okay, so Phylum Cnidaria are also known as Phylum Coelenterate. They are inherited from a single common ancestor. Okay, so the word basically comes from the Greek word cnidos, which means stinging needle. So, some general characteristics are Phylum Cnidaria are radially symmetrical and diploblastic animals. They are characterized by stinging cells called cnidoblasts. This means that they have poison in them and can excrete the poison when they are catching prey or when in danger. So, they also show both intracellular and extracellular digestion. Gases exchange and excretion takes place through their body surface. And they are also exclusively aquatic and marine. Okay, so moving on. The phylum Cnidaria are divided into 4 main classes, namely Entozoa, Cubozoa, Hydrozoa and Cyphozoa. So before we go in depth about these 4 main classes, we need to know that these Phylum Cnidaria, they exist in 2 forms, namely the medusa and polyp. So for Entozoa, they exist in the form of true corals, anemones and sea pans. They do not have a medusa stage. They exist in individual polyp or colonial polyps. So for Cubozoa, they are box jellies with complex eyes and potent toxins. Their shape are like cube-like, and the medusa form is more dominant than the polyp. So for Hydrozoa, examples are hydroids, fire corals and many medusa. So they live in fresh water or streams, and they undergo asexual and also sexual reproduction. For Cyphozoa, these are the true jellyfish that we can see, and most have medusa and polyp, but the polyp form is more dominant. So that's all for their classes. Alright, so next we go for the nematocysts. So nematocyst is a specialized cell in the tentacles of cnidarians, which are used in self-defense or to capture prey. This means that these specialized cells in the tentacles contains toxins. So, when a cnidarian contacts a predator or prey item, the capsule opens and the tubule everts. So, the tubule may be adhesive or it may entangle the object. So, there is also a third type of tubule, which is armed with spines that penetrate the predator or prey. Then the toxins in the capsule are injected through the tubule into the object, which could be the prey or the predator. So next and lastly, we go for the locomotion of Phylum Cnidarians. So medusae swim by jet propulsion. However, most do so weakly and are actually carried passively by water currents over long distances. So that's all. On to the next slide. So next, the general features of Phylum Cnidaria are they are radially symmetrical. Their bodies have 2 cell layers rather than 3, which makes it easier for them to undergo gaseous exchange. And their cells are organized into distinct tissues, but they lack organs. So as I said earlier, cnidarians have 2 body forms, called the polyp and also the medusa. So most species of cubozoans, hydrozoans and scyphozoans pass through the medusoid and polypoid body forms. So basically, the medusa giving rise sexually to larvae into polyps, while after that, the polyps produce the medusa asexually. So in contrast, entozoans exist as only polypoid cnidarians and do not have a medusa stage.
So today, I'm going to explain the details of Phylum Platyhelminthes. So, Platyhelminthes consists of simple worm-like animals called flatworms. The name of Platyhelminthes is come from the Greek root words, which is platy means flat and mintis means worm. Some of Phylum Platyhelminthes is a parasite and some is free-living worms. Around 80% of the flatworms in nature is parasitic, though there are also a few free-form flatworms. So, we are going to the characteristics of the Phylum Platyhelminthes. Phylum Platyhelminthes has no internal body cavity called bilaterally symmetrical or economic. Since they does not have body cavity, they are small. Their body is also not cemented and leaf-like shape. The parasitic one have a hooks and sucker, while the free-living worms is not. Other than that, this Platyhelminthes is a triploblastic animal which is composed of 3 cell layers that are endoderm, ectoderm and mesoderm. Another characteristic of Phylum Platyhelminthes is this animal has ladder-like nervous system, which is they have a ganglia anterior called as brain. This phylum has incomplete digestive system since they have only one opening for serve as mouth and anus. That is sac like defense opening, and pharynx extend for gathering food. Some of them are sexual and asexual, but most of them are hermaphrodite, which is have both female and male reproductive organs. These are classification of Phylum Platyhelminthes. First is the Turbellarian class. They are free-living animals. Hence, they does not have hooks and sucker. They found in ocean and freshwater habitat. The shape are dorsoventrally flattened. For example, Planarian and Octoplana is the animals classified into Turbellarian class. The second one is Trematode. This is the mostly parasitic. It has complex life cycle and specialized for parasitic tissue. This class of Phylum Platyhelminthes has hooks and sucker. For example, in this class is Fasciola hepatica and Paraphysetic. Then, the third class is Cestode class. This class is exclusively parasitic. Hence, they have hooks and sucker to penetrate the host intestine to get food. For example, the tapeworm like Tenia species that living in humans' intestine. The last class is the Monogenia class. Monogenia are groups of ectoparasitic flatworms. For example, the Monogenians. So that's all from